Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into our new video from Sabertooth Computing in our series called System Maintenance and Cleaning. Last time we showed you how to clean and maintain your hard drive, and today we'll be showing you the video card. Next up, we have the cleaning and maintenance of a video card. This is basically one of the major pieces of any system, especially for gamers. So just push down this tab on the PCI Express slot. You can see they go up. That's when it's locked. You put it down and then you can remove it. Over here, there will be two screws in these slots, one here and one here. This will hold it in place so it doesn't fall out when you're playing a game or watching a movie. And then, so push the tab down. You can see it shifted a little bit. That means it's unlocked. And then you carefully remove it while making sure not to touch any important pieces. So you can see in here the heatsink, the aluminum heat fins in there, and this fan are quite dusty. Usually you can use compressed air cans to get that out, but you can just use your lungs as well. You're going to want to clean the outside off with paper towel. So we're just going to get a new piece here. And then that'll basically just clean all the dust off the outside. And make sure not to touch anything too important, like on the back. You can see all these little spiky pieces of soldering, and that'll get caught on the paper towel and won't be so good for you. What a video card does is it basically puts the picture on your monitor. It makes everything come onto the monitor so you can see it, and the more powerful the graphics card that you have, the higher resolutions you can push. For example, 1080p is a pretty big resolution that's considered full HD these days. And for gamers, you might want something a little bit better, like 2560 by 1600, or later on in the future we're going to have 4K resolutions, and we're going to need bigger and better video cards to push those resolutions. So this is Josh's video card. It's an XFX Radeon HD 6850. It has 1 GB of GDDR5 memory. This is a pretty mid-range card by today's standards, but it has come a long way. Before we had this kind of technology, we basically just had video cards that were really small PCBs. They were only about that big or so. They were really thin, and they didn't run hot, so a lot of them were passive cooling. They didn't have big fans and heat pipes and stuff like this one does. But we've come a long way with this technology, and it's really been a kind of a challenge for people because they keep going farther and farther, and it seems like every few months they come up with a new one and people get angry because they just bought a nice one and they don't want to have to upgrade again. But the thing is, this technology is always expanding, and they used to only have memory buffers of only like 512 megabytes, and this one has a gig, and some even have 6 gigabytes. It's really come a long way. And also another thing is they never used to even have power connectors. It was just all the power that it needed was coming from the PCI Express slot, and that's all that it needed. But now that we have these big fans and all the new memory and all of that stuff, we need power connectors that come straight from your power supply. Before this kind of technology came out, we were really kind of bottlenecked in the way that we had video cards. All we had was just little video cards that could watch movies and stuff, but now we have big, expensive video cards that you can use to make games and play games, and even using supercomputers. But this one's just a mid-range one. It'll play most modern games, and it's pretty basic. I mean, it has a fan, but back a couple years ago we didn't have fans. We just had passive cooling because video cards were not powerful enough to even get that hot. And we also have copper heat pipes in there to carry the heat away from the GPU. Years and years ago, we didn't even need these power connectors here. These are two 6-pin power connectors. They run directly from the power supply and supply power to the video card. Years and years ago, we didn't even need these power connectors here. These are two 6-pin power connectors. They run directly from the power supply, and all we used to have to do was plug the video card in via the PCI Express slot, and that was all the power that you would need. That's all you would need because there was no fans and there wasn't enough memory buff to draw power or anything like that. It was just very basic, and it didn't require a lot of power.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into this video. Today we showed you how to clean and maintain your video card, and next video we're going to be showing you the power supply. Please rate, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more.